Welcome to my channel. My name is Shikama. So you know it's still basically summer and it's August now. This is the hottest month in Las Vegas. This is the month that more complications with the heat arises in the population than any other month. So then one of my fans that I bought years ago just stopped working today. Now, there is something called engineered obsolescence. So they create products that will go bad over a period of time. Now, that's fine with a light, that's fine with batteries, because you expect that. But if you're sitting in your house and you're being cooled by a fan and it goes out, that could prove deadly. Yeah? You know what I'm saying? So I think that's kind of dangerous. Now, of course, the particular fan doesn't have much of a warranty. I think it has like a couple of months maybe. So there is no expectation that it'll, I could pass it down to my children or anything like that. But we're talking about a fan. A fan is used to cool. And if it's sold in Las Vegas, I think the government should get in on that, Do you remember when they said that they're going to call in a special counsel, Robert Mueller? And do you remember the news just giving him just glowing reviews? Oh, he is just 25 years in law enforcement, or was head of the FBI at one point. Oh, he was just awesome, awesome. Well, of course you know that I'm going to do an investigation when I do a report. And it's been 25 years of failure. 25 years of utter failure. Mueller is a failed person. Why is that important? Because he has an axe to grind. Because he wants to prove himself finally. He's what, 9,000 years old? 9,002? He has to prove that he can do it. He's got it. That finally, in his last stages of his life, that he's got it. He can do something. He's a liberal. Everybody on his team, liberal or worked in the Clinton campaign, right? So anybody trying to listen to anything that he or his team says should literally take it with a grain of salt. Now, this guy was called in right when Trump took office. Huh? Right? If you don't see that this is retaliation for Trump winning for the president, when I can't say his name. He who must not be named, taking office as president, then you, my friend, don't have all of your bells and whistles going, I was speaking with my mother after this tragedy that has happened to my house, and she said, you can't say that. You can't say that about people. I can. People are, there is a such thing as trash. There is a such thing as garbage. There is a such thing as not being all there. Facts are facts. So this person, come to find out, is friends with Comey. Tell me there's not a conflict of interest there when he's supposedly investigating the president who fired Comey. Who Comey said, oh, but I was... who, oddly enough, the Clinton campaign blames for him announcing that they are reopening the investigation a week before the election. Well, it's kind of odd that the House Judiciary Committee kind of dropped the entire Hillary stuff. And people are saying that seems odd because they have her dead to rights. They have Obama dead to rights. They have Valerie Jarrett dead to rights. Remember that name? Remember that name recently? We're talking about Satan incarnate walking in the flesh, right? And if you don't agree with that, you don't know who you're talking about. You don't know who that person is. You don't know what that entity is. They had Obama dead to rights, they had Hillary Clinton dead to rights, but they dropped the investigation. Without a conclusion, I believe. Now, do you know what Mueller is investigating right now? Mueller is investigating if the president colluded with... Everybody, go ahead and type it in and type it into the comments right now. Right? You know I'm doing this overly dramatic thing because you know I'm about to just destroy anybody who hasn't been paying attention in the past 6 months. He's being investigated to see if he colluded with the United Arab Emirates. Did you know that? Oh, yeah, there might be some overarching, but you see why he stopped investigating that? Because every single scintilla of evidence started pointing to his girl, Hillary Clinton, Secretary Clinton. Well, it seems that the Secretary Clinton and the Clinton Foundation and Bill and Hillary all have, it's just evidence upon evidence upon evidence pointing to their collusion and their graft. Is that the correct word? A grifter, graft? That they are, they were doing tit for tat, favor for favor. Favor for favor meaning millions of dollars into their foundation, $500,000 for a speaking fee in Russia. And it always comes back down to the evidence pointing at the Clintons. Evidence pointing at the Clintons. So what does Mueller do? He says, oh, let's not look at Russia. Let's look at the United Arab Emirates. Now, about dear old son of the president, finally they came out and says, here are the actual facts. This person, the attorney from Russia, who said, let's have a meeting, but the meeting wasn't for any collusion. I know people keep saying the meeting was collusion. It wasn't for any collusion. The particular person, in fact, had been denied U.S. visa because they were not they were not a good candidate for a visa into the United States because of the qualifications of that particular family. We're dealing with the family again. The particular lady, attorney from Russia, belongs to a family in Russia. Huh? I keep telling you, this is what it's all about. Family versus family versus family. You all are just talking about, hey, Democrats, Republicans. No, it's family. I keep telling you, it's family. This particular person's family comes from an oligarch family from Russia. Oligarch? You know what that means? Look it up. That's the word for today. Write that in the comments. What does oligarch mean? And this person then was nothing more than a lobbyist for adoption, to repeal the adoption rules in the United States. And it was a bait and switch. And it was a bait and switch unbeknownst to the son of the president. So the whole point, I guess, was to set him up for possible future impropriety. So they wanted to hold something over him, and he fell for it. Well, I'm assuming he's not an attorney. He's not in any sort of expertise. I don't think he has expertise. He has expertise in business. The whole family has expertise in business. The president's family has expertise in business. Business can be a nasty ordeal. However, business doesn't come to the level that politics comes as far as being a nasty ordeal. And that's what people really they don't get it. They don't get it. I said, this is politics. This whole investigation then, if you look at it, all of the collusion, all of the improper relationships that Mueller has, the actual person investigating that Mueller has, and his team, who all worked for Clinton, who literally, they had emails saying, we cannot let him be president. They could have just disbanded the little Mueller team right then and there. What's the point of going on from there? You have proof that the people on the team literally said we cannot allow him to be president. And if he does become president, we have a plan B. What the plan B is, I don't know, but this is in an email. Now, my final conclusion to you all who are not understanding what's going on is that this is a big nothing burger. It started almost when the president went into the first meetings. Like, literally, he walked through the door and they said, oh, let's put a special... ladies and gentlemen, answer me this question. And this is not a question. Of course, I'm using the Socratic method so that you learn on your own. Answer me this question. Upon what basis do you form an investigation into possible collusion against the President of the United States, who's in your party, and your party controls both the House and the Senate? Answer me that one. Do you understand the question? Let me make it clear. Why would Republicans call for a special counsel to investigate the Republican president, Republican, when you control the House and the Senate? Answer me that question. That's the question I would. This is a DC media hype. I was going to start out the entire video by saying TV is dying, right? TV is being destroyed. TV is, it's on its last leg. TV is is it a $1 trillion industry? It's probably $1 trillion industry. We're talking about advertising in the millions and billions. And if we take all of that and the entire, everything on TV, all of the money put into movies on TV, TV shows on TV, they make people millionaires on TV. They make newscasters millionaires on TV. All these people talking about, the people in the middle class, all of those people talking about that, they're all millionaires. All of them. This is probably $1 trillion. I don't know. I just thought of this question, so I haven't looked it up. It's going away. The internet is eating it. Did you ever see the anime where there was it's post-apocalypse, and I guess the planet had gone to war with each other, and so they dropped the bombs, and then the forest took over, and then then they had the big giant larvae, big giant worms, and the worms had eyeballs like a fly all over its front. Nazca of the wind, something like that. Anyway, the forest kept creeping into the last remaining settlements, and the problem was that the forest was poisonous to the remaining population. And what Nazca found out was that the giant worms were the ones who cleansed the forest of the poison, and she actually found drinkable water around the worms. That's the creep that's happening. The internet in this case is the forest, and the internet is just destroying everything in its path. That's your brick and mortar businesses. That's TV. That is everything. That's life outside of your house. And now, of course, with 5G coming, they're trying to turn everything around and make it everything the internet, right? And I'm gonna make a video about that when I get the titanium balls to do it. Even for this particular video, I've mentioned a couple of names that maybe could get me in trouble. So that means you all need to like this video. But the internet is creeping and destroying everything. Newspapers, magazines, a TV, anything you can imagine, books, anything that you can imagine. While people still write books, you can now read the book, buy the book, pay for the book, read the book, all online. Don't need a book anymore. Don't need any art, nothing. You just download the stuff, download the book, the content of the book, and you read the book all online. The Kindle, all of that stuff. That was the plan. That's been a plan set in motion a long time ago. The internet is creeping. This is why I think it is a bad business choice. Unless somebody can prove to me that YouTube has some sort of connection with TV, it's a bad business choice for Google and YouTube to then try and transport TV to YouTube. Now, I know they make a lot of money on TV. That's because of advertisers on TV. Here's what's eye-opening, though. There are fishing TV shows. There are baking TV shows. There are prepper TV shows. And all of those, all of that content has their own types of advertisement. But YouTube is trying to socially engineer us to say that you can only have this particular content. So please support me, because probably, who knows what this video is going to do. Patreon.com/Shakama, Patreon.com/Shakama, or PayPal.me/Shakama, and you can support these videos. You say you all like these videos. Can you support the videos so that I tell you the truth? This is a nothing burger. This entire investigation was done to avenge Hillary Clinton of her failure as a candidate. But she's always been a failure as a candidate. And who do they call? They call Robert Mueller, who is a failure of a human being. His entire professional life has been failure upon failure upon failure upon failure. And now, as to these past two trials, these two trials are outside the scope of what his investigation was supposed to be about. It wasn't about campaign finance. It wasn't about obstruction of justice. Obstruction of justice means that there has to be an actual case before him. You can't put the cart before the horse. There can't be no case, but somebody's obstructing justice. There's no case. They do not have a case against the president. I hope you all know that. I'm speaking as a law school student. They have zero, nothing, no evidence, nothing. And everything that they investigate leads back to the DNC and Hillary Clinton. Everything that they investigate and it's revealed and they research, it all points back to the DNC. And just, oh, well, no, the RNC paid for the paper. No, the RNC paid, tried to gain the resources of a company, and when the company proved failed, the DNC took over, and then it snowballed. You know, so where it was this and it was failure, the Republicans got out, the DNC came in and turned it to this giant snowball of corruption. and full of complete lies. They were saying people were in Russia who's never even set foot past Paris. That's how bad it. They weren't even in. They didn't even make it to the Alps. It's a nothing burger. I don't care if you're a Democrat or a Republican. If somebody starts talking about, oh, what do you think about the Mueller? It's nothing. It's one giant collusion, the last-ditch effort by the Clintons to stave off any sort of investigation into her, and they know that Mueller is not going to bring any charges against her, nor Obama, nor Valerie Jarrett. Those are the three. Those are the three. So then go back to Roseanne and go back to the reaction to Roseanne's statement. Go back to Roseanne's statement and the reaction to it. Why would they defend, Beelzebub? Why would they defend Mephistopheles? Huh? Why would they defend Bladupulp? Why would they defend what is it? Was it Lucifer? Why? Why would they so? Oh my God! I can't believe you said that. Can't believe it. She literally has black wings spreading out from her back. She has horns and she has cleft hooves as feet. Come on. She controlled Obama. Let me repeat that. She controlled Obama. So then, why are you defending that entity? And if you all don't believe me, go and investigate the woman. And she's been with him, Obama, since before, And then somebody started doing a biography, and they said, there's two Obamas. There's Obama before he gets to college, click, and then there's Obama after college. And the biographer said, it's two different people. If I didn't know better, we would be talking about two different people. Obama before he gets to college is the Obama that everybody voted for. Oh, hope and change and peace and prosperity and love and affection and blah, blah, blah. Then he gets to college and all of a sudden he's like, oh, capitalism is bad, owning a business is bad, you didn't build that, the rich must pay their fair share although I'm rich. But Obama wasn't worth, what, $500,000 when he stepped into the office of the presidency and then left the president being worth $200 million. That didn't happen by chance. That right there smells of corruption. That should be investigated all by itself. Thank you all for watching. I didn't want to ramble on. But answer me that question. Why would a Republican Congress okay an investigation into a Republican president the day that he took office? Answer me that question. Thank you all for watching.